Hey everybody, thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I'm Casey, this is Casey Has an Idea, and today we have another video for my Recipes I Want My Kids to Remember series. This is an ongoing series that I have where I do recipes of all sorts, whether they be main dishes, side dishes, or as in this case today, dessert slash snack. These are recipes that I try to keep simple and straightforward because I'd like my own kids to go to these videos and be able to follow along as well. I'll be making two different styles of brownies. One is a more budget economical one, simple, not heavy. They're called Best Brownies. And then the second one is a copycat to Cosmic Brownies, and that one of course is much more indulgent. But let's go ahead and get right into this, get these brownies going. This first brownie recipe is called Best Brownies, and it originally came from a Hershey's cookbook that I have. When I looked up the recipe online, they have since changed it, so I will go ahead and write it out in the description box. But let's go through the ingredients that we'll need. We'll need 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of flour, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, a stick of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. It looks a little light, it's homemade vanilla. That's just the color it is. Oh, I'm making it blurry. 2 eggs. And then in this little bowl we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder and salt as well. All right, so keep in mind this one is more budget friendly. It does not have frosting. We enjoy this one when we want something not quite so heavy or sugary. But hang on for the second recipe because that one is very rich and indulgent. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is get this butter melted. To the half a cup of melted butter, I'm adding 1 cup of sugar, the vanilla, and the eggs. In a small bowl, we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. So the half cup of flour, the 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, and the 1/4 teaspoon of the baking powder and the salt. And now just add the dry ingredients to the bowl with the liquids. And when you stir it, it's going to be pretty stiff, and that is okay. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. I have lined this 8x8 baking pan with some parchment paper, and I'm just going to pour the batter in, and then that's going to go into the oven, a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven, for 20 minutes. Better clean that up. All right, so I have the batter in, and I'm going to stick it in my oven for 20 minutes. The first brownies are finished. I stuck a toothpick in, it came out dry. They just need to cool, and then we'll cut them, and I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar on it just to make it pretty for the video, but we like to have this plain. For the Cosmic Brownies, you will need half a cup of flour, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. In this red measuring spoon here, I have 1 tablespoon of honey. And then we have 5 tablespoons of butter, And then here in this little bowl, we have 1 whole egg and the yolk of 1 egg. And over here, I have what I'm going to be making the ganache with. I have 3/4 cup of chocolate chips, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, and a small bowl here with some mini M&Ms. You can use, I think Wilton has some candy sprinkles that look more like the Cosmic Brownies, but we like the taste of the mini M&Ms better. Yep, so that's what we got. There's our ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and get that butter melted. The butter's melted. Now we're going to add in the brown sugar. The vanilla. And the honey. The eggs. I know that with both of these, I didn't beat the eggs together. I haven't found the need to do it because they get beat together in the bowl, but of course you can do that beforehand as well. Alright, so now we've got to mix together the dry ingredients. I'm just going to go ahead and reuse the bowl from the previous brownies so that I don't have to get another bowl out. 1/2 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The dry ingredients go into the wet ingredients. And give those a stir. Again, brownie batter, homemade brownie batter is stiff, so this is correct with how stiff it is. Okay, so this is going to also go into an 8x8 pan, and it will be baked in the oven just as the previous recipe at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. The Cosmic Brownies are done baking, and now I'm just going to let them cool down. Here we are going to start our ganache, and I have a small saucepan with a bowl and a little bit of water in the saucepan, and I'm heating that up. We are going to do the double boiler method of melting these chocolate chips. The 3/4 cups of chocolate chips are in here, and we're just going to get those melting. It's going to take a little while, so I'm not going to sit here and bore you with it. We'll get you on a time lapse. Our chocolate chips are completely melted, so now we're going to add the heavy cream to it. 1/4 cup, and I'm going to try to put it in slow. Just a little mention here that the website that I have linked below, it calls for twice as much ganache, but I felt that when I initially started following this recipe that this half portion of ganache was plenty for an 8x8 brownie square. It's ready, nice and smooth. All right, I'm going to move this over to where I have a hot pad, and then we'll get it onto the brownie. So I'm just going to put the ganache right on top. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put the little mini M&Ms on. You can wait, but I wouldn't wait more than about 20 minutes, half an hour. Otherwise, the candies won't sink in. Okay, so now we got to let this cool down completely before cutting it. Here are our brownies complete. We have the best brownies, which were originally a Hershey's recipe that they don't publish as their best brownies recipe anymore, so I will type that below in the description box. And here we have our Copycat Cosmic Brownies, and this one I will put a link to the recipe I used, and just keep in mind I used only half the ingredients to make the ganache. Well, there they are, and I'm going to go ahead and get the Cosmic Brownies in the fridge for now, and hopefully the chocolate will set a little better. My kitchen's a little warm right now, and it takes a little while for that to set anyway. And if I don't come back, I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me today. I really enjoyed making these, and I know my family will be very happy to see these today. And this has been another video in my Recipes That I Want My Kids to Remember series. And I thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Here we have the Cosmic Brownies after they've been in the fridge for a while, and now I can even stack them so they look a little bit better on the plate. So this is our final view of our brownies.